Okay, being joined by new SVSU football offensive line coach Drew Burton. And Coach, welcome aboard for the upcoming fall. Now, what are you most excited to and looking forward to this upcoming year joining the Cardinals?
Well, obviously being back in the GLIAC is huge. Conference where I played and have being from the state of Michigan and being so familiar with Saginaw Valley and the history and tradition that's occurred here, since the inception, I think is something I'm really excited about. Getting here in January, I was very fortunate to be able to get involved with recruiting some of our, finishing up on with some of those offensive linemen that we were able to sign, and pretty excited about those guys, and obviously being around for spring practice. So spring practice was really valuable for us. We got a ton of progress and work done, and it's just about, again, we didn't, as we're going through this process of taking this job, and we felt really good about everything that we were doing here. We just wanted to get the guys accustomed to me and my expectations and what we feel like we want in our room. And again, we felt like we made a ton of progress throughout the course of the spring, and are very excited about going into the fall. Everybody, like I said, everybody's excited. It's fall, and we're getting ready for football season. I think it's going to come down to us and how good we could get at all the things we're asking these guys to do, and be so consistent at those things that we can do them when we absolutely have to. And we feel pretty good about our level of experience and our players and our talent, the guys we brought in, and just kind of where we're at culture-wise. Very excited about 2018 here on the offensive side of the football.
Yeah, and you noticed that you mentioned that critical experience in the fall, getting your feet wet with this group of linemen. You've got several guys that have got some, heavy starting experience up front, some other guys that made some key contributions. So what's your overall feeling for this group heading into the year?
Sure, and so this is a unique situation where we have a lot of guys that have played. We have 5 guys that have started games for us that are going to return here when we open camp in a couple weeks. And I've been in both situations. We've had 5 or 6 seniors and had terrible leadership, and we've had no seniors and had really good leadership. So I think the experience that those guys have, and obviously Trevor Curl and Max Pfister and Brendan O'Brien, and just those guys being able to be in as many football games as they have, and kind of their credibility in the meeting room. And again, we really encourage each guy to be his own type of leader. Some of those guys are very vocal, some of those guys are not vocal, but again, I think those guys are doing a great job really just embracing what we're asking them to do, buying in to exactly how we're now asking them to do things on the offensive line. And obviously we feel like we're teed up for a lot of success here with a lot of explosive players coming in that have played a lot on offense, and guys really formulating a good idea as to exactly what we're asking them to do and how to do it. And we feel like that's going to lead to success on Saturdays. So.
And talk about how the experience of the offensive line is going to help you, groom those younger guys too, whether they're incoming freshmen or they redshirted last year, or just talk about the importance of that.
Sure, and the things that our guys do, just process-wise, how they practice, how they go about things socially, how they go about business in the meeting room, is such a huge example for those younger players in terms of how they're going to conduct their business 2, 3, 4 years from now. So it's such a cultural thing playing offensive line, because they've got to understand the way we're asking them, exactly how we're asking them to do things, and just kind of establish our process and our culture. And I think it's going to be every bit as important how those older guys act in terms of what type of example they set for the younger guys, in addition to how those things are going to directly correlate to success on Saturdays on the football field. So we feel really good about that and where our guys are at in terms of understanding our expectations and going about things in the right way. So that we, like I said, we feel really good about that, and we're excited to get going here.